Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to try some things that I recently purchased from M Cosmetics. Now these are items, one of them I've been wanting to try for a while, but it was out of stock, so I had to wait. And another one that I've been wanting, it's still out of stock and I'll have to get it at another time, but I got a set that I'm a little worried about, but we'll try it and we'll talk about it. So thank you so much for watching today and thank you for being subscribed. So the first thing I wanted to do was try this. This is their Daydream Cushion. This is their Perfect and Perfect Broad Spectrum. It has SPF 50. I think it has a 3+ PA rating and it comes in this really cute little compact. It's very similar. It's a little thinner than their regular compact, which this is for their blush, but it comes with this little puff. And ooh, guess what? The mirror still has that little, I love when the mirror still has this on it. I don't know why that is so satisfying, but it so is. All right, so under here, have not opened it yet, but you lift this little guy here, and this is the lightest shade they have. This is their Fair. The one thing that I do like, although it is kind of an expensive cushion foundation, like a ton of K-Beauty and J-Beauty cushions, it comes with a refill. So if you're gonna charge me almost $50 for a cushion foundation, I love that this one comes with its own refill. So I feel like it's definitely worth that price. And I've seen people get such beautiful looking skin using this. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this in here and just start. I'm gonna do one side of my face first. And you know, it actually took a lot of the redness down. And I wonder if it's buildable, but I have a couple of scars from some acne that was like, you're not 46, you're 16, that popped up on my face. It's actually a really good shade match for me. I don't know how I feel about this little applicator. But what's good about it is I've done some reading, not just about this, but a lot of the puffs that have been coming in cushion foundations for more than a decade, is that they're specifically made not to pick up too much product. Because if I were to use a brush, it would just soak it all up. There have been a few cushion foundations that I have tried before, and I know that Western cushion foundations are not the same as like K-Beauty or J-Beauty cushion foundations. Those are on a completely different level. I remember when Michelle Phan started talking about cushion foundations on YouTube, and she was definitely in love with some K-Beauty ones and talked about like her favorites. And I'm not at all surprised that she perfected this formula to be exactly what she wanted to get, you know, a wider shade range. Because a lot of cushion foundations or foundations in general from Korean and Japanese beauty, they're not made for a wide range of skin tones. They would have like 3 or 4 shades and they'd all be a varying shade of beige. Because in those countries, that works. It doesn't work here. And I like that Michelle definitely put out something that worked for everyone. You know what? I really like this. Look at that. That's a pretty distinct difference without and with. Look at this versus that. Oh, I like it a lot. I don't want to set it too much today. I want it to stay glowy and skin-like. I'm just going to keep putting it on the other side. So I'll tell you, the one thing I like about this is how much it looks like skin. I don't know if you remember, I had a few red marks here on my chin on my left-hand side where my zits were like, you're 16, not 46. And I feel like it did a fairly, it's not completely gone, but I feel like it did a pretty good job of getting rid of my hyperpigmentation spot. And for every day, kind of me looking like myself, but better, more perfected, more, you know, overall even, I feel like this is fantastic. I can't remember the last time I tried a foundation or anything that made me this happy right off the bat. Now, how does it wear? What type of longevity do we get? But I feel like it feels so nice. I really like it. All right, so I'm gonna throw on a little more makeup and we'll come back and do a few things that are still here that I've picked up. The one thing I did notice as I was putting on my eyeshadow and doing my brows is that this is starting to settle into some of the expression lines. We'll call them that instead of frowny lines. But I definitely can see how the product is kind of settling in through here. My other concern is that I do have a slight line building here at the corner of my mouth, kind of heading into downward position. And I feel like because this is such a light, glowy foundation, that if I don't tap it out and set it with powder, it'll just come back. So I'm not gonna put any more product on here. I'm just gonna use this here, maybe kind of pick up the excess that's on my forehead. I was hoping to just not set anything today except for my under eyes, but I set my under eyes because I have creasing down there. And now that I'm coming up with creasing everywhere, we'll do this at the corners of my nose as well. And then we'll just set it all with a real light, just a real light layer of powder. I wanted to keep, because I feel like the skin looks so pretty and I'm wearing nothing but cream products on my cheeks and I am delighted. I'll make sure and list everything down below that I'm trying today. Okay, so the next thing I did, they had some holiday sets and they came in this cute little bag here. It says M Cosmetics. It's like a little neoprene bag, and I'm sure she's got like the perfect person to make bags for her since she's, you know, involved in Ipsy. But in this bag for $25, I got a full size Infinite Lip Cloud and a full size eyeliner. And this eyeliner is in their, it's just the brush tip brown, the Illustrative Eyeliner. And I remember when Michelle Phan was just head over heels for Korean brush tip liners. Now, I don't wear a lot of eyeliner above my lash line, but I thought if anyone's gonna do a really great, not gonna go anywhere, gonna look amazing, draw on like perfection, would be Michelle. So I wanted to try this one. This is so easy. I know there are a lot of brush tip eyeliners out there, but I've tried enough of them to know that not everything is made exactly the same. I feel like this one's really nice. I don't really want a wing, I just want it to end at a little point, so we'll do the other one and then we'll throw on some mascara. This was super easy. I like the color of this brown. I've always preferred a brown liner. I don't know why. Maybe my mom told me black eyeliner was too harsh on me at a young age and I never went back. I lived in brown forever. But I usually reach for a brown liner. And I feel like this one is perfect. Now that I have my mascara on, it's time to throw on a little lip. I feel, I'm looking over at my lip liners. I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna need a lip liner. I think I'm gonna line my lips first and then we'll throw this on. I always feel weird with just lip liner on, especially when it's this deep. But I thought that if I didn't line my lips, this could end badly. So this is a liquid lipstick. I've always heard that the M Cosmetics formula is comfortable, it's not drying, but I've still been like, but you're still a liquid lipstick. But I thought I would try it. This, ooh, it's very moussey. It smells like chocolate. Oh, I love that. That went on super easy. I love how matte it is. It is like truly, truly matte. Now, I know these have been out for so long and I've been curious, but not enough to actually buy them because I didn't want to have one more tragic moment where I'm like, I know I don't like liquid lipsticks and yet I bought another one. What was I thinking? But this came in the set and for me, I would have loved just to try this. This isn't normally $25 on its own, but it's up there in the teens. This is up there in the teens, but together it was definitely like, I'll get this and I'll be able to try this and I won't really feel like I'm spending too much extra. So if it doesn't work for me, it doesn't break my heart. I want to know whether this is going to transfer. I've had it on for long enough now. It's been more than a couple of minutes to see. Okay, so you are going to get some transfer. This is not a completely dry down to nothing indelible lipstick. This kind of gives me the feeling of other formulas that I have tried that don't dry down completely and are more comfortable to wear. I know that Lancome used to make a matte shaker. I don't know if they still do. That one was one where it didn't dry down completely, but it always felt comfortable on the lips and it never dried me out. The YSL what is the Tatouage Couture, like their really matte liquid lipstick. It's matte, but it's not like so dry, it's insane. This shade is called Red Divine. This is like my favorite, like it's deeper than a cherry red. It's not, but it's not quite an oxblood. It's kind of like in that, you know, dark but not too dark range. I love this color so much, and it feels really comfortable. So I'm hoping that one, it doesn't over dry my lips. Two, I don't end up, I lived in Southern California as a kid, and I remember going to the desert with my family, and the ground would be so dry that you'd have these huge cracks in it. And I used to be able to go and like lift like a piece of dirt that was like a shingle, just like a tile of just dry dirt. And I don't want my lips to kind of crack and peel apart and have those flakes and it be like you could just like lift a piece of skin up. I don't want that. And so that every time my lips get really dry, that's all I think about is like time spent in the desert as a kid. But I don't really get the feeling that this lipstick is gonna do that. I don't know that it would be good for underneath the mask because it did transfer. So I would love to know, have you tried this Cloud Cushion? Have you tried any other M Cosmetics products that really are exciting to you, that you love? Do you swear by their liquid liner, black or brown? Or have you tried their Infinite Lip Cloud? And I think that's a really great name for it because it does feel very pillowy and very soft. I would love to know what your favorites from M Cosmetics are. If you haven't tried any, are there any products that they make that make you go, interesting? I wanted to tell you something that I heard today and it really struck me. I was listening to NPR, and on All Things Considered, one of the guests was talking about how community has changed, how the pandemic has changed the way that we socialize, that we get together. People aren't going to church. People aren't participating in Rotary. They're not getting together for their bowling league. They're not, you know, kids aren't going and doing Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts because you can't get together. But the one thing that this person said was, community is where you show up. And I was like, wow. I and my kids, we've all been home. They're distance learning. I am here at home anyway. And so we really haven't been getting out. But YouTube has become a huge part of my daily life. The community, chatting with you in comments, hearing what's going on in your lives, having you ask questions and doing a little research to find out, hey, have you thought about this? Have you tried that? I love it so much. So I wanted to say a heartfelt thank you for showing up, for being part of this community. It has really brought a lot of joy to me. And I would just want to encourage you to remember that even though we can't get together, you know, we can't celebrate birthdays and special events, weddings and things like that, we still can find a way to use technology we have to gather together, to show up for each other. So do me a favor and reach out to someone, you know, text them, call them, email them, whatever, set up a Zoom or a FaceTime with someone that you love that you haven't seen, and show up. And a heartfelt thanks from me to you for showing up, for watching, for being subscribed, for sharing my channel with other people. It means so much. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.